Family come from Marlborough, whose father, not his grandfather, his father was one of the early volunteers for Kitchener's Army in 1914. That's right, isn't it? That's right, yes. But first things first, I would like to thank the staff here at the Wardrobe for facilitating this event, and I would also like to thank Joanna, who has very kindly given up her evening to help us over there. Very kind. She's sort of looking after food and charging our glasses and doing all the kinds of things that one should do at a party. In addition, I would be extremely neglectful if I did not thank my dear wife Lucinda for producing all the tasty meals, morsels that we have been enjoying. Continue to enjoy, because there's still quite a lot over here. And of course, I'm very pleased to welcome my grandson, who has come all the way from Bath at the end of a normal school day. To the matter in hand, Edith Oliver, the writer and hostess who live right here in the Close, said of the Great War, "The war invisibly regulated our lives." My research confirms that she was right. Perhaps this influence continues, which is why we're all here tonight. I've always felt at home in Salisbury and the nearby plain, where we used to park on the springy turf and saunter over to the great stones at Stonehenge, where my mother used to buy her Christmas cards in a little shop around the corner when we passed through on our way from Cornish holidays in the 50s. So when Pen and Sword invited me to write Salisbury in the Great War as part of their Towns and Cities in the Great War series, I was delighted. Little did I know what I was taking on, but after 2 years of labour, here we are. I think I scanned every page of the Salisbury Journal from 1913 to 1919 on microfiche, let alone endless hospital records, diaries, letters, and other documentation. A big thank you for all who assisted me and who are listed in acknowledgements at the beginning of the book. But perhaps I can single out the staff, some of whom are here with us tonight, from the aptly entitled Help Desk in the Chippenham History Centre, who were unfailingly helpful and supportive.
Hooray!
Perhaps I should also thank, in some cases posthumously, those who actually produced all the information that I've worked on. Advertisements and trade notices, specialist pamphlets, extracts from Hansard, records of tribunals relating to conscription, Molly Maidment's Child of the Red Lion, which is a fascinating book. The management team at the infirmary, Lady Radnor's diaries, letters from the front, much faithfully recorded in the Salisbury Journal. Salisbury in the Great War is a jigsaw of connected passages from many different sources. There are more than 100 photographic images. They took me longer to get together than writing the book. And lots of quotations. So if I have exercised any skill, unfortunately my editor thinks I have, it is to formulate a readable and entertaining corpus. Here I would particularly like to draw attention to the letters from Captain Sir Edward Hulse to his mother from the Western Front between August 1914 and his death at the Battle of Neuve-Chapelle in 1915. By kind permission of the senior member of the current Hulse family, also Sir Edward, who I think was going to try and get here tonight, but he's flying in from Italy, so I don't think he's managed to get here. It was very kind of him to say he'd come. I have reproduced some of the letters that were privately printed, those are the letters to his mother, in 1916. A first-hand description of the famous Christmas truce in 1914 is especially illuminating. I hope you may enjoy reading my book. As an amateur, it is history with a light touch. There is pathos, bathos, pride, sadness, joy, excitement, humour, and hopefully an accurate account of a quiet cathedral market city and its surrounds, battered by the effects of the first great industrial war. Now I finish by quoting these words written by a member of Wiltshire's Women's Institute. This was written by a member of the Women's Institute. During the early summer, this is talking about 1914, we roamed far and wide over the plain without restriction, in search of peaweed eggs and mushrooms. The cry of peaweeds, the lark's song, the sight of the harebells, the excited jump of a hare on the short spring turf, all this encapsulated the essence of Salisbury Plain for me. In 1914, this idyllic existence stopped. Thank you very much. And thank you for coming.
You can see he sits down there.